Hey guys, my name is Sydney and this is going to be a video all about how I got into NYU. I remember I watched literally every single video that was made about this on YouTube I've seen. So I thought it would only be right if I made my own video sort of just explaining my scores, my GPA, and just some advice, just because it's sort of comforting to know what other people are getting on their things, just as like a reference point for yourself, I guess. This isn't necessarily saying that if you have the same scores that you'll get into, but this is just, like I said, a comfort thing, knowing someone else's scores and knowing what someone else had to do to get into the school. So let's get into it. Okay, so in order to apply to NYU, you have to apply through the Common App, which everyone has to fill out because a majority of schools you apply through the Common App. So I have my laptop on my lap if I'm looking down, but I'm just gonna take you through the Common App, I guess, just so that people have an idea of what my application looked like and can sort of like compare theirs to mine or whatever. So the Common App, you fill out like all of the family stuff and then you talk about your GPA. So my GPA for junior year, which is what you put on the Common App because obviously like your GPA hasn't been calculated for senior year. So mine was a 93.3 weighted junior year, which I think is like pretty average for NYU. And my classes, junior year, I didn't take any AP classes junior year, only senior year. So I guess I'll talk about my junior and senior schedules. For junior year, my 4 core classes, I took regular physics, honors history, honors English, and honors pre-calc. And then for senior year, I took AP Gov, AP Environmental Science, AP Lit, and just regular calculus. And then for activities, I was in the National Honor Society, and I played field hockey, I did basketball, I did a Spanish exchange, this poetry club, community service, and then I also had a job during high school. So those were like my main activities throughout high school that I listed on my Common App. SAT scores, so I took the new SAT, and for the evidence-based reading and writing, I got a 680, and for math, I got a 630. So honestly, I think those are on the lower side, which should give people hope, because if your SAT scores are on the lower side, still apply, because if your other activities add up, you could definitely still get in, like, it's fine. What else? So, the Common App essay is something that a lot of people talk about. Make that interesting and captivating and try to be creative with that. It's so hard to like give advice on those essays because it really is just like a free-for-all. And honestly, like, it is so hard to say what schools care about because you can watch 1,000 of these videos and everyone is saying different things. They took different classes, scores. They're looking for a diverse group of people. You have to fill out just the regular Common App, and then you also have to fill out, and for each school that you apply to, a separate section. So NYU also has like a little section of questions that you have to fill out, which asks a bunch of questions. Like, actually, let me check. So NYU asks which campus you're interested in, and they have 3 campuses, which are located in Manhattan, Abu Dhabi, and Shanghai. And then it also gives you the option of saying an alternate campus if you don't mind staying at either places. I applied to the campus in Manhattan, and it also asks regular decision, early decision, or early decision 2. I'm sure everyone knows, but early decision, both 1 and 2 are both binding. So if you apply early decision and you get in, you have to go to NYU. So I applied regular just because commitment issues. Which tests you want to submit. So NYU, I'm pretty sure, is pretty flexible with the type of test that you can submit, but I know that most people submit SATs and ACTs. And then there's a little question that just asks why NYU, and they just want like a paragraph or 2. I think it's like 350 words on why you want to go to NYU. So first, I guess I'll talk about that. So in my why NYU thing, I just talked about how I loved the city. So typical, literally the most cliche thing, but it worked. And NYU is really big on like their global network and how they encourage students to study abroad. So I talked about how I would love to study abroad and how I'm really interested in that. And I just added like literally facts, copy and pasted from the website, just showing that like I took the time to research the school. And I also talked about my visit to NYU, which I visited the summer between my junior and senior year. And I just talked about how I could really see myself there. And that's pretty much it. Like, literally, it was only 350 words, and that seemed to do it for them, which is great. So, yeah, that's really all I talked about. So, I mean, definitely don't stress about the why NYU question, especially, like, if this is a school that you really wanted to go to, then just answer honestly, like, why you've been so interested and what pulled you to the school, whether it be the location, the programs, whatever, and that'll be good. After the why NYU, it also asks which school you're interested in applying to at NYU, and then within the school, what major. So mine is Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development. For media, culture, and communications, and then it asks if you have any alternate schools that you would be willing to go into if you didn't get your first choice. But pretty much, yeah, that's it. That's like my whole Common App. That's all they saw of me prior to accepting me. So I guess some tips would be, if you can at all, visit the school, because they also ask if you visited before, and you could also talk about your visit in your why NYU, which obviously shows that you're more interested in the school. So that could be really, really good. I applied regular. I heard back March 30th of this year, and now I'm a couple weeks out from starting. So if you guys want, I can make more videos once I start school, just talking about like what the classes are like. I can show you guys the dorms, and just things like that if you're really interested in NYU and want to know more about the school. But for now, I'm gonna go. I hope this video was useful in some way. If it was, please leave me a comment down below. And again, leave any questions down below if I didn't cover anything in this, or if you would like to see more once I get to NYU. But for now, I'm gonna go. So I will see you guys soon. Bye!